I'm fixing this. Another awesome stream of Slay the Princess. I am so excited to jump back into this game, guys. You have no idea. Last stream with Slay the Princess was one of the most fun streams we have ever done. No question. No question. And I literally could not wait to get back to this game and jump into the different paths and stuff. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. It is going to be so cool. How are you guys doing, though? How's everybody doing? Can't stay again, want to play. Oh, yeah. I totally get it, Cheesy. I totally understand. Totally understand. And it is worth staying blind for sure. For sure. I'm so excited to play this again, though. What a game. I'm doing pretty okay today, too. I'm doing okay. I had a good... I had an okay day at work, good day at the gym, and I just got home. So it's time to stream. Knowing your stream's coming up was actually made me get things done this evening, so I wouldn't miss it. Well, cool. I'm glad to hear that because I'm now in the process of... like, every Saturday night, we're going to be releasing the stream schedule for the week. So you guys will know ahead of time what we're playing. And it'll be a way for everyone to stay refreshed with the schedule. So Saturday evening, Saturday night, something like that, you guys are going to be getting a schedule, or maybe Sunday morning, one of those days, it's going to be posted on Instagram, Discord, and YouTube. I'll post it on as well. So, yeah, it'll be a good time. It'll be good. And I'm excited to get into this, guys. I can't wait. This game is something else. This game is special. Very special. Is it weird I want to see her happy right off the get-go? And the second part of that sentence... What? Uh-oh, Big is idling on the title? What does that mean? Watching through the VOD for stuff I missed, I noticed Pumpkin showed up just as the princess was chopping off her hand. All I could think was they have matching nubs. Aw. Yeah, Pumpkin's got a little bit of nubbins going on. She makes an appearance in a video, too. Pumpkin. You guys should be seeing soon. So, all right. Who wants to just get started? Bread? Thank you, Waffle. I appreciate that. I don't know what... Okay. Well, thank you. All right. I think I'm ready to start, guys. We got to see what is going on. Yeah, just keep in mind, anyone joining the Discord, you got to be 18 or older. If you're not, you get permaban, so be careful. So yeah, it's 18 plus Discord. Woo! Big sneeze. Okay.
You're on a path.
Let's continue.
In the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin, you're here to slay her.
Right, we know this part.
Don't mention
Let's just go
It's all part of the job.
in and get her. I can't remember, like, what we're trying to do. I can't remember, like, what we're trying to do here. I know if we take the blade, there's, like, a different... So we get a different princess depending on whether or not we take the blade versus leaving it here. So, what do we want to do here? What do we want to do here? Let's... Thank you, Horror Logs. I appreciate that. Let's just enter without it. I mean, can I just... What happens if I just straight up slay
really?
her?
You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
But I'm lying.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
It's right here. It's right here.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I did stop TikTok lives for a while, but I started them up again, because I now have the bandwidth to do all three.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
I did not.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
This isn't spoilers since I don't know, but my theory is that the narrator thinks the world ends because his story ends. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it very much does end for everyone that isn't us and that the other being. I guess we'll just say the princess. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
I'm just gonna slay her immediately. Can I just slay her immediately? I'm gonna go back upstairs to retrieve the blade.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade.
This is new.
in
We
the
haven't
cabin.
done this yet. We haven't done this yet. Hey, Christine.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Come again?
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Nope.
She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I
Okay,
were you.
let's
Rush
grab
up
it.
to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation.
Right.
Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
Yeah, we're the saviors, guys. The saviors.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess
Thank
sat
you,
only a
Frog.
moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall,
Uh-oh.
and she is nowhere to be seen.
Gamers, this is
it
not
just me?
good.
Or did this room get a lot bigger?
It did. Hello?
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
I mean, I'm kind of interested, but scared.
Your
Let's
eyes
finish
dart
this.
to the corners of the room. You don't see her.
And guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please consider liking it. It helps out a lot, and it means a lot to me. Thank you very much.
Where is she?
I don't know. Investigate the arm.
As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the
Crap!
stairs.
I should have closed the door!
You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead.
Oh, Billy.
She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place.
What job do you have? So I have 2 jobs. I work with data analysis. Nowhere near as exciting as it sounds, and it doesn't sound very exciting. And obviously content creator is my other job.
No.
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free.
Okay, fair.
With those parting words, the princess walks away.
I'm fortunate.
Her quiet footsteps eventually
that I have
fading
a stable
as
job.
she leaves you and the cabin to rot.
This can't be the end.
You're stuck here. Alone.
We're stuck in the cabin alone? That's the
It can't
end?
just end like this, right?
Narrator, let us out.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. You don't know how much time passes before the end, but eventually it comes.
You gotta be
The
kidding me.
world ends, and you end with it. You're on a
The
path
witch.
in the woods.
Is this a
And
new
at
one?
the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here to slay her.
Right. Proceed to the cabin. Have we done the witch route?
Warning. Before she will... Don't worry.
Voice of the opportunist we haven't. Okay, proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Where the hell are we?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it.
All right. Look. She's probably a witch, right? She might be a nice witch. Not a wicked witch. Wicked, the movie. Let's just enter the basement without the blade.
No blade. Oh, it'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Is this the right call, guys? Let's see.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Hello?
revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
I can feel it. We're there, guys. Close your eyes. We're there. We're there. I can feel it.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
You always say that, narrator.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Guys, I think she likes me. Gamers, I think she likes me. I think she likes me gaming. Let's go. Should I say, I'm not nasty, hello, or say nothing? I'm gonna say I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched
Hey!
little thing.
What was that?
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path.
Little?
I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
I let you out, didn't I?
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
She ends your world, buddy, not ours.
Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
I mean, hearing yourself talk's not that bad, guys. Sometimes you gotta vent. Get it out there. That's what our character's doing here.
You need to stop lingering.
Okay, right.
Fine.
Stop lingering.
You're the boss.
Let's go. Let's see her.
Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Does she have a tail? Does she have a tail? Focus, gamers.
You can just make out the shape of the
Focus,
princess in the
gamers.
gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
Hey,
And
Leaf.
there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's
I
acting
want
like the two of you already know each other.
to hold hands.
Oh no. You've already been here, haven't you?
I have. You just haven't, Mr. Narrator.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
I like the opportunist.
Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
So this is saying this is the witch route, but she doesn't look like a witch. She looks like part princess, part beast.
Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Maybe.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
What does that mean? Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes too.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Right. An apology, one that you mean, can go a long way.
The only mistake I ever made was thinking you would help me. And I'm not going to make the same mistake twice.
Fair. I can't argue with that is the problem. See you, horror logs. I appreciate you.
Well, that leaves us at a stalemate.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I need you if I'm ever going to leave this place.
I didn't bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains? I don't know. Why do I have the nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
Yes.
But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests.
Is it?
If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Okay, I mean, you're making a good argument.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do.
Right, we're taking it slow.
You won't be fine.
We're taking
because
it slow.
Destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember?
Narrator, you're not helping.
Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but you could very well symbolically do the same thing.
Like claw us in the back?
See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Yeah. Let's see. These are all explore options. I don't trust you, not enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving. Bye. Is that my only... Can't you get out of those on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. That's a good question, actually.
Of course. They're nothing to me.
Okay. Then what are we doing?
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
But she... Okay. Should I say, okay, let's leave? Or I don't trust you, not enough to free you? Well, it doesn't matter, because she's already freed. Let's just say, okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
Okay.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you
Stand
and
back!
she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
I'm not gonna do anything.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
It?
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together.
We're supposed to be working together.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
True.
Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
Yeah.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Narrator, I regret talking to you in the first place. Okay? You gotta let me make my own decisions. I don't care if they're not the decisions you want me to make. Guys, what should we do? Should we say you first? Or should we just take a step on the stairs and charge forward? What should we do? Should we implore her to go first? You first, yeah, you're right.
And turn my back on you? Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only things I've known, and I've learned better by now.
Ladies first, exactly. Yeah, but...
Just go first.
You're the one who said you can't leave here without me, which means I hold all the cards. Either you go first or we stay here. It's up to you. Or should we step on the stairs? I'm a truster. Step on the stairs. I'm doing it.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
Opportunist is funny.
You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like.
Hey!
You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you.
You're kind of right.
Can we walk backwards up the stairs?
There we go.
That's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
Good idea.
No. The stairs are a bunch of
Good
overgrown
idea.
roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself.
I'm not as worried about tripping and hurting myself as I am about the lion girl with claws behind me.
But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb,
Okay.
and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within
We're
reach.
getting there.
Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? What did you just say that?
I love this game. Formerly Dart, this game is incredible so far. This is my second stream playing it.
I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing.
Ah!
The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight.
You gotta be kidding me!
Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the
We shouldn't have
unyielding
trusted
wooden
her.
roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up.
Yeah, well, shame on me for
Wait,
trusting
why
someone.
won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken.
Oh,
One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her.
yeah, no
Why?
kidding.
Why did she do that? It's what I would have done if you considered not being like that. Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
I'm done trusting her. Ever.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
We could have gotten out of here if we just trusted each other.
You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
I wasn't gonna make the first move.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in
Then
the
why
back.
didn't you say that? Opportunist? You're making me mad.
And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us.
Right.
And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us.
Right.
And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first.
Good point.
Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't
Oh,
it?
maybe there was no way we could have gotten out.
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
What did I press?
Ho ho ho!
Ah.
She's not as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife?
Yep.
Isn't that so funny?
Yep. Couldn't trust me.
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
You deserve it.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go.
Both
Look on
of
the
our
bright
backs are
side.
broken.
In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
Yeah, but my back's broken too.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Ugh.
Is that really what's going to happen now? Hello?
That's it?
Are you still there? What happens next?
Right, she dies. He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something
Narrator's gone,
strange is
yeah,
twisting
because
this
she's-
place out of
she's-
shape.
Dying or something, or I don't know. If
I
she
wasn't feeling
dies,
much of anything.
it happens,
now
or
I
if she
feel
makes it out, the
cold.
end happens as well. And now we reset again. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave, and your memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a...
Okay, let's approach the mirror.
This... If he thinks it's...
Gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. What does that mean? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Okay, let's go talk to her. We gave her another
There's a world beyond the endless walls
version
of the
of
long
her.
quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Oh, there's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. Okay, this is the first time we've heard of this, guys. We're getting more...
Do you know what we'll find out there?
No. Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces.
New lore?
And I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
I don't. I have no idea. Is it like the regular world? There's trees and stars and there are people, I think. At least they're supposed to be people. What should we say? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No.
I'm very curious
Their
about
thoughts
that.
are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
No, I don't, because his story ends. Oh, well, this is saying he does. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
One?
And then gravity will pull the others back to me.
Does she only need one more?
I will be singular. A final multitude.
I'm ready to
The
go
next
back.
time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
One more, and then we get the ending.
I will be here.
Holy crap!
Waiting for you.
Guys, we're almost there.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay, right.
Don't
Let's go up to it. Enter the basement. This time I'm going to lie, say I'm here to save you. Let's talk a bit. I want to... I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world.
Thank you. You turn back to
So
the
we
stairs,
go back.
intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
So, what? You're going to try and kill me? You'll regret
Yeah.
this. I promise you.
'Kay.
But you'd better hope that...
Slip these chains. She has
done
to be
this
bluffing.
before.
But you rush up. Okay. If we're sure about this
Grab
decision,
the
I'll support
blade,
you
which we've
slowly
done
creep down
before.
the basement stairs. It's whether
She's
is it just
gone,
me-
but this time
Your eyes. Where is she?
we close the door behind us.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place.
So this
Maybe
time,
they'll open if
she
you
can't
finish
escape.
the job.
We got her where we want her. I'll wait.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
So am I.
You do your best to patiently wait her out, but eventually, exhaustion starts to set in.
Crap.
Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep.
Crap, we're
down
falling
here.
asleep, guys. Venture into the shadows. I
You
can't
step
keep
into
waiting
the
to fall
shadows.
asleep.
Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor.
Crap.
Her ferocity overwhelms
No!
you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense, lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back. This is the end, isn't it?
No, grab the blade.
I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you. Everything goes dark,
You gotta be kidding me.
and you die.
Chapter 2, The Beast.
Your honor, you're here to slay her.
Right. Alright, proceed to the cabin.
She will love. That's a very maybe.
Voice of the Hunted? So this is the Beast version of the princess. Okay, let's
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time.
Yeah, you think?
Wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls.
Good lord.
The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. I'm not gonna
No
take the
steel
blade
claw.
with me.
Do you think... I guess we'll just have to trust
I
that
didn't
we
mean to
made the
do that,
right
sorry.
call. It'll still be here if we need it.
We can grab it. Down we go. Mirror goes away.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes.
Right.
The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet.
Oh, he's gonna say the
as
same
if
thing
She
again.
growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
It's a new cologne. Do you like it?
She sounds almost
I got it on sale at Bath & Body
feral.
Works.
impatient, or maybe eager.
Eager.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever.
Hello?
You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground
Is this
wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
Get through it.
You see only a
Oh!
flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
Is she?
She is certainly not just a princess.
Yeah, not anymore.
You're
She's a
not
Dark Souls
helping.
boss.
It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes
Oh.
appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
What does that mean?
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Ooh! Witch's house! Thank you so much for the 5. That is so kind of you. That is the wrong number. Thank you so much for the 5 and the little corgi sticker. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you, Witch's house. I'm gonna move. I'm not
Lunge to the side,
chancing
taking
it.
a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess.
Oh.
In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been,
Whoa!
her chains rattling across the floor behind her.
Berg tipped $20 through Super Chat, waving hand, flexed biceps, purple heart.
Wyberg, thank you so much for the 20. Holy crap. Thank you. Look at the princess. I think I just hunted that in Monster Hunter last night. This is a Monster Hunter boss. This is not a princess. This is a Monster Hunter boss. And Wyberg, thank you. Thank you for that. Unbelievably kind. And you're always so kind on the streams. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And a wave. And a flex. And a purple heart. It really does mean a lot. Thank you for the support.
Before you can blink, she's gone,
Hopefully,
vanishing once more into the shadows.
It helps us deal with
But you
this.
still feel her gaze on you.
This is, without question, the creepiest princess
You're
so
faster
far.
than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
I do play Monster Hunter. I'm a big Monster Hunter fan.
You whirl around to
Oh!
find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs.
This is so creepy.
So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
Let's see. Run for the stairs. Stop hiding and show yourself.
If you want to see me, you should get better at seeing.
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to.
Do I have anything that will allow me to see her better? Dio, thank you so much. That's your first super chat. I appreciate that. How much is that in USD so I know how many points to add on to the goal? I appreciate you, Dio. Thank you, though. Super kind. You're deflecting? Yeah.
And
you're
you bear
deflecting.
your weakness to the world.
And?
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot
Crap.
keeps us nimble. Keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Right. Survive, play dead, or stand still? Thank you. We'll say 2. We'll just round it up. Survive, play dead, or stand still? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Survive? Alright.
You spring into a new patch of jungle, barely moving out of the way
Yes,
before the
we
princess
dodged.
surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
Yeah, no point in playing dead because she already knows we're alive. Yeah, I remember Wild Hearts. It's sad that they didn't support it. They didn't even really give it a chance. I don't think I can keep this up. We don't have to kill each other. What if I helped you? What if we left together? If you could get out of here on your own, wouldn't you have already left?
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
At least she's upfront about her intentions.
I guess so. I don't think I can keep this
You
up.
have to. We at least have to make an opening. A tickling sensation rises at the base of your neck. Flee. We can't keep doing this.
Stay alive or run for the stairs. Run for the stairs.
Now's our chance. Right, I agree. We can't do anything without a weapon.
Yep.
We can regroup once we're armed and try to figure out a better plan.
Bingo.
Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive. As you turn to sprint for the stairs, you feel the air shift.
Oh!
You instinctively glance behind you just in time to see the princess lunge from the shadows, more unhinged and dripping, eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it.
What?
You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time. The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
Ugh.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight.
I'm done.
The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
I'm done. Yeah, Blade would have been helpful here.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart.
What?
And I carried it in my throat. And I draped what was left of you on my back. And I threw myself against that door.
Did you escape?
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal.
We're from out there.
With a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
That's crazy.
And then it was gone.
Can you, like, punch your heart or something?
A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something.
I don't know what to do.
We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw.
Right.
Tear through her before we are her.
I don't know what to do. Can you talk to the cabin?
I understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
Right.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slough from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this. We are drowning in death. There's no more space for words.
All right, we got to do something. Fine, you can leave. Or you can leave, just let me go.
Oh, can I?
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating flesh.
That wasn't so hard.
You feel her take another massive step, and then another, and then...
And then what? Oh, she's free.
And then it's gone quiet, hasn't it?
Right. Feel a churning in the forms around you, and then a wet tunneling before you are ejected to a place that is nowhere at all.
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. How lucky for you. This place is cold.
And we've delivered her. Somehow we lived. But before you can say anything to her, she's gone. Memory returns. Here we go, guys.
She's gone.
Here we go.
Where does she go? Should we try and find? And is that a...
Approach the mirror. gaze into our reflection. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. What am I, a bird? You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. I'm like a bird, like a crow. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
So, is that me, though? Oh my god, there's so many questions I want to ask. I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along?
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
Okay.
But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
This is so confusing. I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me.
Good point.
I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Right. Yeah, this really sounded like the narrator we know. If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I'm the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. Excuse me? The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
So what is this, like a pocket dimension or something? How am I supposed to rid the world of death?
By slaying the princess. Once she's gone, everyone will get to exist exactly as they are. No more fear, no more howling chaos, just life. Forever.
But why? Why does slaying the princess do that? What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you.
This is so, like, existential.
Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept?
With some amount of difficulty. But you're an abstract concept yourself. It would have been preferable if you had destroyed her within the confines of the construct, but when I shaped the two of you, I made sure that you were strong enough to see things through.
And one more question. I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this. Wow. My heart is pounding right now. I don't know what to do. Rest easy. I'm going to destroy her.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time's up.
I'm going to destroy her.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
There it goes. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
So she's a god, we're a god. I'm a god called the Long Quiet, which is just, I guess, things remaining as they are. And she seems like a god of change. That's how I'm interpreting this.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
I think this is a game about being afraid of change. And whether that's change in the form of death, a major life event, people moving on, relationships changing, ending, beginning. I think this is a game about being afraid of change and doing everything you can to fight against change. But you can't. And you shouldn't, because change is normal. Change is beautiful, it's healthy, it's human, it's nature, it's how things are. Things will never be the same. And that's okay. And this characterizes that in an incredibly, incredibly beautiful way. And I think that's what this game is about. Holy crap, Dogwin! Oh my god! Okay, after this cutscene, we're gonna get one of the cats for Dogwin. Dogwin, we're getting one of the cats for you. That's unbelievable. Guys, if you get a membership because of Dogwin, please give Dogwin a huge thank you. What? Okay, Dogwin just gifted 50 memberships on YouTube. Oh my god! Okay, we're gonna get both cats on the stream. Dogwin, are you enjoying Slay the Princess so far? This game is a masterpiece. This game is an absolute masterpiece. Absolute masterpiece. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me.
Yeah, I finally think I understand the game.
And I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Thank you so much, Dogwin, seriously. I appreciate that so much, but I also want to make sure you know that's never expected. I appreciate that more than you will ever know, but I'm really truly just happy to have you here as well. So, what happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Of course, my nature is to wait, to do nothing.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play.
Yeah.
I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Yeah, because death is change, and you are change. And that's okay.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or
no.
Will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I understand it now. And I'm not going to slay you. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? Which again, is like a summation of life.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it.
If everything ends in death, what is the point of us doing anything? What is the point of me streaming right now to you guys? What is the point of you guys being in here, being a part of this community, and being kind to each other? What is the point of any of that? Does there need to be a point? No. It's just how we want to spend the beautiful gift of life, the gift of time. This is such a beautiful game.
Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you,
No!
then so be it. You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows.
What is going on?
Within, you are tightly bound and choke on heavy air as acid burns its way into your pores.
I thought I clicked an explore option.
Of things devouring within things devouring.
This game is called Slay the Princess. Thank you so much, Easton. Oh my goodness. Everyone's getting memberships. Thank you,
But
Easton.
even when
Oh my god.
dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it was compassion. But the outcome of an act matters more than
Beast is
its
so creepy.
intentions. There's a natural order to the cycle of things sustaining things.
Easton, because you guys have been so generous, we're going... You know what? We're going to stream for an extra 30 minutes. I just made us hit the goal. Who cares? Memberships normally don't count, but whatever. This has been a great stream. You guys have been so generous. If you guys could like the stream, that would be huge. I would appreciate it tremendously. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys rock.
A world without sustenance is a world without relationships. And it is our relationships that give us form and substance.
And they change, and sometimes they end, and that's okay. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about. I disagree. I disagree.
Zero.to-knife tipped 99 through Super Chat. Obligatory $2 munchin on Babas.
Well, thank you, Tony. I'm not going to mess with the goal anymore because... whatever. We hit it. We're good. Tony, thank you. Dog win! Okay, hold on one second. Reject her perspective. I won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us.
Yeah, because you keep killing me.
Do not deny what we are.
Chase tipped
And do not
$1.99
color
through Super
conflict
Chat.
with fear.
Smash.
Thank you, Chase.
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves.
Dogwin, thank you so
Forever
much,
is
dude.
not
I don't even know
forever.
what to say.
I move and you
That's
react, and
insane.
both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Should I continue this fight? Because I agree. I don't want to slay her. I agree now. I understand. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words.
I
The
agree.
final peace lies with you.
I agree. All of that fighting, all of those options just is like we're fighting change. And all of this was because a man feared death, feared change more than anything. Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back, and strain against it. But it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
What is that, grass? There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Yeah, it's grass growing. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything.
Yep.
Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Oh my God! Whoa, 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 whoa! Easton, oh my God. Yeah, that was absolutely incredible. This is one of the best games we've ever played on stream. No question. This was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Easton, oh my God. Easton just gifted 50 memberships. Hey, Brittany, what's up? How are you doing? Easton, that's actually crazy. Do you guys want me to get one of the cats now? Easton, Dogwin, do you guys want a cat? Do you want me to get one of the cats now? Wow, this game was so good. And finally, special thanks to a bunch of these gamers that played the game. I recognize some of those names. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. Very cool. Very cool. Oh my goodness, this game was incredible. This game was awesome. Awesome. This is one of the most beautiful takes on reality and change out there, and I love it. Yeah, for sure. It definitely is. Thank you for the heart. Yes, this game was incredible, Brittany. This was one of, if not the most beautiful visual novel I've ever played. I would put it up there with Do Not Take This Cat Home. I think it's wonderful. I would put it up there with Do Not Take This Cat Home. Those are both such beautiful games. And they have messages that are kind of in the same wavelength. God, it's so good. Oh yeah, we're not done playing. We're going to try to get some of the other princesses. But real quick, do you guys want to take a cat break and see the cats? Easton, I do not even know what to say. I appreciate you so, so much. That is so kind. I honestly can't believe that. Wow. You guys are amazing. Okay. It's cat time. I will be right back. I'm going to grab one of the babies real quick. I'm going to grab one of the babies. Be right back. She was sleeping. She was tired. She was sleepy. I think she's still sleepy. I think she's still really sleepy, guys. Yes. Okay. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to all your fans. You know you have fans? Huh? You see? You have so much fans. Look at all those people, you see? Hmm? She says, Dad, can I go to sleep, please? All right. We'll see if we can get Chester later. I couldn't find him, but you guys want to play some more? So let's check our memories here. Vessels, spaces between, the hero and the princess. Okay, there's a bunch of the end of everything. Oh wow, there's a lot. We didn't even get remotely all of them. Wow, okay. Well, we got a lot of work to do, it looks like. Join the Discord mailing list, subreddit. So, how do I, like, continue the game, then? Do I just hit new game here?
You're on a path.
I guess so. Let me turn around and
Seriously?
leave.
You're just going to
I think we've already
turn
done
ar-
this one, but... Okay, continue down the path.
I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
New game every 5 princesses? Okay, gotcha. But I can't
Ignore
do the
that
same
annoying
path
little
twice,
voice.
right?
He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved up.
Turn around
You're
again and
really
leave
keen
again.
on wait-
Maybe everyone should die. Or you're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're
No.
facts of life, and if you had an
Kind
ounce
of.
of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and
Oh, within
track
one
back down the
journey,
path
okay.
you came. Oh, would you look at that?
this. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm gonna just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction,
This is creepy.
there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin.
This is creepy as
An
hell.
infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
I agree, Paul.
Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Yeah, this is the updated version of the game.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh, what is
and
this?
And at the end of that path is that you're here to
Oh, this is different. Okay, we're gonna go to the cabin.
A warning. Before she will lie.
This has never been here. This giant wall
everything in her power
has
to stop
never been
her.
here before.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Voice of the contrarian.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep... The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there.
What is going on with this?
Such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife?
This guy's just a contrarian, though. He's going to lead us just whatever...
No, we're taking
the other way is.
Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me.
I'm going to take the blade.
My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Man, the contrarian, easily the most annoying so far.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just
easily
ignore
the most
stressful
annoying.
Geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Pumpkin.
Yes,
she wants to
take a deep breath.
She
I'm
keeps
also
slamming
getting
her head
under
into my
his
hand
skin,
to pet
but
her.
we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Big Google 64, what is a contrarian? Someone that is just gonna... Like, if someone says the sky is blue, they're gonna be like, well, it's really green, you know, just...
What you're saying
gotta
here
correct
is
everything
obviously
or-
real. Just
or
accept it and go with the
be
flow.
the opposite of
it
something.
really isn't hard. Okay. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Have you ever met somebody that seems to dislike anything that's popular and like things that people generally don't like? That's contrarian. All right, I'm gonna take the blade.
You take the... Okay, fine, you took the... Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way. Thumb at the bottom.
See?
It'll look much cooler
The
and more
contrarian.
serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Keep your
Great.
grip as is.
Keep your grip the way it is. Your task awaits.
A contrarian would say this game is bad. Yes. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
Yeah, Easton, from my understanding, there are quite a lot of additions in the updated version. I never played like any of the versions, so...
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
A thick, nauseating nothing. I love that description.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Is there a second one of you?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a
Dear
baby.
Dear God, this is creepy.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall.
Yeah.
No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
Right.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Take the harsh stairs to the left, take the center staircase, or take the soft stairs to the right. This is a good question. I'm gonna take the harsh stairs to the left.
You step to the left. The
It's what I want to do.
Cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs until there's nothing left in them to feel.
None of the previous endings I did save with the new version. I put like 10 hours into it to get most of the endings. Oh, that's really disappointing, actually.
The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first, a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold.
The ice world?
Your toes feel like blocks of ice. Your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor.
Yeah, what is she gonna look like?
You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway.
Am I dead
losing
already?
yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
What?
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
One Socket was low-key a very cool game. I agree. I think it was awesome. Very underrated.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity.
This is crazy.
And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
What?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
What is going on?
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Right.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
Right.
You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Right, normal. Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
What, like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay?
Yeah.
You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
Alright, you don't gotta be rude. Okay.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. Where there was once just one of her,
Now there's two of you.
there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins
I don't think
all
that's
over
us
again.
doing it.
Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned
This is one
around
of your favorite
and left
endings.
until...
Oh, I can't wait.
Until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them.
How can I unsee
It's
it?
not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
What's your name? For all I know, you're locked down. Okay. Let me do. There's more of you
And
now.
what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
No, like
I
literally.
don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
Oh, there's gonna be a bunch.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more
There's gonna be a
complicated
bunch.
than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? You could always start by stabbing her. Which her?
Yeah, there's like.
Any of them.
Well, I mean, more than two. I can't
I
count
don't know
past
about
two.
you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine? I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please,
So we gotta
for the
say
love of
something
everything,
else.
Stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Me on Flintstone gummies. Oh my god. What's your name?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her
Yep,
Majesty.
we know,
I'm
honorific.
Princess. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
None of them have names. How astute.
Is there going to be a fourth?
I told
No. You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to
And do
slay
you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
Not exactly. Oh, my goodness.
Heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
Me? Which one of you?
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we?
True.
What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
Well, one of those answers might be
Can't
right.
even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
If I let you out of here, what are you going to do?
I don't think what I'd do really matters, does it? I
Kinda
just
does.
want to live my life. I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that. Besides,
You already know what I'm going to do.
What are you gonna do?
if you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction. It's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under?
Well, I'm not worried about that
exactly
right
how I'd
now.
put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath.
That might be a good thing.
And focus. But how do we
Huh?
decide what
Maybe
to do?
she has a crush on
Can
me.
there even be a
Have you ever
right
thought of
choice
that?
when all of them are
One
so
of the five.
different?
There's five of her. There's a good chance one of them's got a crush on me. Okay. Okay. Just saying, do the math.
Stop overthinking it.
Do the math.
Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand.
We need the smitten voice.
If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Hell is only based on your interpretation, my friend. Surrounded by women, what a good night. Now, some of them are demonic and upside down and creepy, but let's not get into semantics here. Let's focus on the raw numbers. Let's focus on the math. There's one of me and 5 of them. And you carry the one, multiply by the coefficient of the... You guys already know, I don't have to tell you. Let's see, I'm gonna slay the princess. Why is it selecting all of them? Why is it selecting all of them when I hover my thing over?
Wait, that's not right.
Yeah, there's something wrong with the selections.
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
I'm not reading that out loud, Tony.
You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins.
This is a really cool path.
Multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess, just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
This isn't what the end of the world looks like, actually.
But this...
Ooh!
We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever.
Right.
The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
No, gamer-activated polymerization.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
You guys are besties. Okay, you guys are having a girls' day. It's spa time.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
Okay, ladies, one at a time, please. There's only one big game in here. There's like 3 of you, but sometimes there's 5.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly
Whose
sincere.
friend group is this?
I didn't actually
Hear
think
me
our
out.
actions had consequences.
I see in the chat.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. Oh, yep, there come the hands. Here she comes. The queen, the princess, the god. But you don't know if she... Okay.
She's gone.
Yep.
Is that a...
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you.
Okay. Let's see what we look like. There we are. It's you. Proceed to the cabin. There she's gonna be there.
Something finds me in the long quiet.
So this
And
is
brings
the
me
same as the first encounter, which we already know. Let's attack her. Let's see what it does. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean.
What happens if I destroy my body? You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. Of course. We can't kill her or us. You are handsome. Me? One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Let's start a counter for Big G's women count. All the princesses that are fiending for big gaming. We've already gone through these, so let's say what happens now.
Nothing, as we are.
I was talking about the main character.
But this vessel
yeah,
is
you
a creature
do.
of perception. She can make you forget.
Right. Okay, make me forget. Let's do another cycle. Let's go up to the
Don't
cabin
mention
here.
it. It's all part of the job. She will love. We're not.
Big Gamey's #1, Ladies Pumpkin, all of others come second. Of course.
The interior of the cabin is almost
Pumpkin
entirely
Girl is
bare.
my favorite.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are paint. The blade is.
Okay, let's take the blade, enter the basement.
The door to the.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
True. But this is multiple playthroughs in, and I'm feeling silly as a willy.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What? Don't you dare. It's
Don't
fine.
you dare.
We can.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hand.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking.
I am.
Are you scared of me?
Kind of.
Because you should be.
Yeah, see?
You step forward.
This is Slay the
your
Princess.
grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason.
We've done this one. Okay, drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drop against your better judgment. We'll be fine. I don't
Okay,
know
we're
what
gonna
you're
talk
hoping
to her
to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with
Talked
her.
enough.
Oh? Have you decided?
You know.
I don't know what path to go here that we haven't. I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to keep... I'll say I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to. You walk up to the chains, bind.
Have I already done this?
You attempt to make your way out.
Okay, try
You
the
try
door.
the door, but it's. Your shout. I'll
Blah, blah, blah. Return to the bottom of the steps, which we've
easier,
already done all
easier
this before.
For everyone.
Save.
No, we won't have it.
I'll slay her.
You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's
This I
back.
haven't done.
Finally. Okay. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Eh?
Are you serious?
Yes.
I don't know what came over you. But if we're doing this, do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
Well...
I can beat you to death with one.
Please
But
don't.
I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
Oh, please don't. Slay the princess.
Thank you. You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air.
Did I get her? Nope.
She's ready for it. She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone vice.
She's looking at me all creepy.
You drop the blade.
My goodness.
Pathetically. She lets go,
Nope.
and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering hail. There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone
just
where she
punched me.
fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now. Adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves.
She just punched the
You fall
shit
to your
out of me.
knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside.
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
I mean, when you say it like that. When you say it like that.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this.
Yes,
right?
it can. It can end like this.
I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark.
I die. Worth.
And you die.
This game is, I think, like $14 on Steam right now. It's on sale. The Tower. I think I've already done this one.
You're on a path you're here to slay.
Have I? Maybe I haven't.
Oh, she will love. Come on, I'm not. You're being I rescue her. Given the stake, so please. If that's what you want.
No, Voice of the Broken. I haven't done this.
I don't have a say here.
Here we go. I guess I don't have a say. Oh, this guy's gonna be a negative Nancy.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble
Holy
exterior
crap.
would suggest. The only furniture of
Look at
note
this place.
is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
This place is crazy.
The blade is your implement.
It's huge.
You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
We're like a little mouse.
We don't feel small. We are small.
Not you. I want to save here. Because I want to see what happens if we take the blade versus
from
not.
the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Okay, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Course of the
revealing
spiral
a
staircase.
Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess, her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Here we go.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
I'm coming. I'm headed to you. I won't be lingering. Huh? Back to the game. Excuse me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming.
It's booming all right.
She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude?
I would be.
Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
I'm not trusting the Voice of the Broken.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions.
Okay, you're just annoying as always, narrator.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next.
Yeah, she's gonna be a giant.
But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
What's up, girl? How's it going? You new to this tower? I haven't seen you around here before, but, you know, just wanting to know how you're doing.
The chain is nothing to her. It might
Yeah,
as
she
well
could just
be a
rip that off.
toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
I'm a bird.
You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
That's true. I shouldn't have brought this knife. What the wrong thing do, knife, for me?
Drop it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Consider it dropped. Yes, ma'am.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that.
Yes, we did. You shut up.
And yet you did.
And yet I did.
She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
I think I'm finally picking up what the voice of the broken's putting down here.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Nope.
Kneel.
Is she Yes. Knelt.
On her
Done.
command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here
True.
you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
I'm a failure. I'm a little birdie who's a failure.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this.
Yeah, the narrator's lying.
You shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then, and there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
Well, I'm not planning on stopping her.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
You're supposed to end the world. I'm just gonna
You
tell her.
weak-willed buffoon.
Is that so?
The princess
I'm not
closes her
weak-willed.
eyes in
I'm a man with
contemplation.
conviction, and this is what I've chosen. And I'm not gonna let a little narrator get in the way.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new.
Birth of the new.
And the world as it is now is overdue for...
Overdue for
alterations.
Alterations. I agree.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Done.
She's inevitable.
Seized.
There's nothing else for us to do but help her.
I agree. I'm yours to command. Oh.
Your will was so easily broken.
Yep.
Am I that magnificent?
Yep.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
So what do
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I
break
won't
those
let you
chains
do
with my
this.
bare hands.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong.
Greasy
trying
film?
to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now.
Ah.
An echo.
She can see that person. The narrator.
Is she talking about you?
Yes.
That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Man, she read the narrator like a
I
book.
don't care what you are. You're mine. Rise, my little bird.
This is the first one that's been able to actually do anything to the narrator.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Yo. She's now in control of the narrator. Oh my god. This is the first one that's been able to do that. Holy crap.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade.
That'll work.
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff
crazy.
falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are.
Yeah!
Come. It's time for us to leave.
Let's go! I won! What have you done? What
She's gone.
have
Is
you
that a-
done? You better
I don't want to.
bring her back right now. Gaze into our reflection. We're melting. You've grown. Thought it looked like we're melting. Okay, we're in the long quiet again. The way y'all cave so quickly, absolutely. Absolutely.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes
You better give her back.
become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was whenever you are ready.
Yeah. We've asked her all these questions before. We're just going to
I will long for your return.
start a new chapter again. Let me check. Can I go to the main menu? Oh wait, let me go to memories here. Let me see what we got. So look at... There are many reasons spirits may linger, the flames of passion, the flood of words left unspoken. So there are many... Oh, look at all the ones we missed, too. All the art pieces. The nightmare. This one was super creepy. There's so much content in this game, it is crazy. Okay. Let's go ahead. Checking the time. We should have time for another run. No, the reflection is not a reset. It's just part of... Looking in the mirror is part of how you get to talk to the god at the end. Alright.
That's the spirit. You make your way.
Into the cabin we go.
The interior of the...
Enter the basement without the blade.
Good.
Go down the steps.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon. You walk down the stairs and...
See See what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult. You're making... No. You're doing... You walk up to...
Okay.
She offers... If we were to attempt to make your way... Someone...
Turn to the bottom. She eats her arm. Slay.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and
Because I don't think I've done this one yet.
Princess's back. Finally, the wound drives her to the ground.
Yeah, we haven't done this one.
Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Yep.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. I'm not so... Don't waver.
Is she just gonna
now.
kill us?
As you ready
Oh.
your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
When she's got those huge eyes, she's so creepy. Like, genuinely creepy with those big eyes.
Your blade
Ew.
cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and... Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Well, we
Though
only
your
got one
nerves
option.
are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone
He
in this
doesn't
room
believe
is
in
still...
us.
Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop.
We're both gonna
Neither
die,
you
I think.
nor princess able to go any further.
Yep.
You collapse on the ground.
One of
and
these
the princess
endings.
collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Yeah, kinda.
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all.
Not really, because I'm just gonna
It's
respawn
over.
again and then have to do this again. I didn't save anyone.
If you think this is it, you're sorely
But you don't have
Blah,
time
blah,
to
blah.
worry over such things.
Yep.
Everything goes dark.
Oh, we got the witch again.
You're
That was
on a
new. How
path
did we get the
in
witch?
the woods, and at the I can assure you,
Slew the princess, opportunist. Alright, let
she
me...
will. Don't worry.
What did I do this time? I think last time I didn't take the blade.
The interior of the cabin is a mess.
Yeah, I didn't take the blade last time, so let me take it this time.
You take well if that
Okay, enter the
the
basement.
door to the basement.
Silence,
say
I
anything.
see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with some. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of
Okay.
this. That's no fair.
So, we've dropped the good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two. Oh, no, that's pretty sharp. Call it deductive reason. Well, you seem. So, you really. No, I don't. I'm just glad. Is it? Or just focus on the task. Let's
Yeah,
chat
this,
her
we've
up a
like
bit first.
kind of
Don't
done this, but
talk
we
to
haven't done
her.
it with the
You're
knife.
just going.
Well, I seem to.
I'll just slay her.
Without uttering a word. So much for finding an easy way out.
Better a violent fool than a plotting coward. Better for me, at least.
So this should be different?
As you close the distance, readying your strike, the princess's chain falls from her wrist. She takes advantage of your split second of surprise and throws a fistful of dirt into your eyes.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. This is why you couldn't just abandon her here. Left to her own devices, she would always find a way
Pocket
out.
Sam.
Now stop her.
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me I know about you. We're both so very awful.
As you brush the silt from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
Do we have
We were always going to kill each other here,
an option?
weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those doubts spin and spin and spin into hate.
She buries
Ooh.
her teeth deep into your chest, tearing at... Great, she's distracted. Stab her in the back. In for a penny, right? Why? As the
Get her.
princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
Ha, you bastard! Even face to face, you find a way to stab me in the back.
This one's creepy.
I know you.
Maybe we are the same. So what? Throw her up. We don't have to fight so dirty. Of course we do.
She's
Fighting
literally
clean
biting
won't
us and
help
ripping our
win.
flesh off.
It takes a wretch to know a wretch, and we're all at the bottom of the barrel here. There's no point in pretending otherwise.
Yeah, I agree with
Are
him.
we? At the bottom of the barrel.
I think so.
We've got dirt in our eyes and a chunk of us chewed out. If that's not the bottom of the barrel, what is? No arguments here. You're doing great. Keep playing dirty if that's what it takes. But if we win, we won't be at the bottom anymore. We'll have
Okay,
climbed
okay,
a little
opportunist, you-
higher. You'll stop right here if you keep daydreaming. Don't let yourself get distracted thinking about what comes after. None of us ever said we stopped fighting. And what a low and vicious fight it is.
Yep. We're
Eyes
just both gonna
gouged,
end up dead,
skin
and
scratched bloody,
I
hair
don't get a
ripped
new
and nails
character.
broken. Every rule there ever was in the book of honourable combat, both you and the princess have broken a dozen times over. That's nice and all, but are we winning?
Probably
Nobody's
not.
winning. I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the upper hand, but I suppose that doesn't work if you both sink to the same lows.
Yeah, biting is playing
Still,
dirty.
At least you're not losing. The princess cackles maniacally as the fracas continues. But
Are
behind
you
her
winning,
cackle,
son?
You hear the low groan of warping wood. Wait, what's going on? We're establishing a newer, better pecking order. No, the groaning thing. Who cares about the groan? It's just a sound. Things make
Is that
sounds
like the
all
house?
the time. I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean
Moving
something
into
bad is happening?
non-reality.
Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
Why?
Do you hear that, you pathetic wretch? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the...
Excuse me, what? You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings.
Wait, what?
Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit from the dirt pit. And slowly, but very perceptibly, the roots are closing in on you both.
That's right. They're coming for you. And they won't stop until there's nothing left down here but them.
We're gonna die from roots crushing us? What about you? They'll crush you as easily as they'll crush me.
As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to see it happen.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both just to spite me. See? This is exactly why you've been tasked to slay her. She's an antisocial monster who will gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction. The roots grow ever closer. We know. We can see them.
Give up and await my death.
The blade tumbles uselessly from
Don't
your
care.
palm as the roots continue to expand into the cramped basement. Ugh, we're never going to make something of ourselves with that attitude. The princess finally puts down her guard, arms falling to her sides, a look of smug satisfaction screwed
giving up.
on her face despite her torn and bloodied skin and the insistent roots pressing in from all directions. At least she isn't going to make something of herself either. The roots twist around you both,
She
binding
dies
your limbs
too.
and rendering
This is
you
what you
helpless.
wanted? Really?
As your fates close in, all you can do is watch her, and all she can do is watch you. At first it's almost gentle, the two of you lifted delicately off the ground. But the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way
How
to
romantic,
tightness,
yeah.
and that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict. The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and
This
pops
one's
of your
dark.
bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living basement. Tears well up in the princess's eyes, her own bones splintering and flesh swelling with trapped blood. But still she smiles through it all.
I can't wait to do this again, you wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure
Oh,
is
God,
unbearable.
this is,
You
like,
can't
legitimately
breathe. Your vision
disgusting.
swimming with red, your head pounding as everything tightens. And then
We
you
die.
pop. Everything goes dark.
When was the last time we made it to chapter 3?
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
Wait a minute. This is my first chapter 3, I think. I don't think I've ever seen one before.
Pushes against our borders, curling
Yes, that's
them in
tip
on
99
themselves,
cents through Super Chat.
preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
Thank you, homie. I appreciate the super chat. That means a lot.
No,
I don't know how to pronounce
that's
that.
all
It's
wrong.
like...
You're not
but
a
I
path in the
appreciate
woods,
it.
you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it?
This is crazy.
Oh no. I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well...
Is 3 hard to
no wonder
reach or
things aren't the
something?
way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our
This is
edge
crazy.
speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
It's specific paths? Okay. I see.
He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? There's no reason to keep secrets. We tried fighting her, and then she made the cabin itself come to life and squished us into paste. All that unfairness. What if it was just pushing us in the right direction? Helping us become this?
Voice of the cheetah.
It's almost worth being squished by a cabin.
Oh my goodness. Eyes, thank you for the 1,050 bits. So that's like what? $10.50? Holy crap. I think we probably hit the goal anyways, so my freebie wasn't even a freebie. Thank you, Eyes. That means a lot. And it's bits in the form of dog corgis?
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry
Thank you,
if
Eyes.
it hurt.
Thank you.
But doesn't this make it all seem so small?
I see.
Hope you're enjoying the
So
game.
the cabin ground you into paste,
I'm starting to
and
yawn.
now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
He
So what do we do
doesn't
now?
understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
What is that noise? This is how we're supposed to be, but what do we do
push
now?
back. It may feel like he's everywhere, but presence isn't strength. Otherwise, he would have torn us apart by now. There must be a crack in the walls of this prison. There must be a way for
Oh,
us
it's
to be
20?
free from him.
Oh my goodness. I had such a good time tonight, such a strong note to end my night after the worst shift I think I've ever had. These streams really make my days have a 180. Well, as you being in the streams means a lot to me, number one. You've been here for so long, and I never get tired of having you. But if you're up for talking about it, what happened with your shift? I had a long day at work today too, but I didn't have to interact with anybody. Just did boring data stuff, so
She's trying
that prevents
to
like
use
really
you.
bad days.
After everything she's done, you should be able to see that. I may not have been around to witness it, but clearly you remember what happened. How about you try remembering how it all felt?
Turn inward and find your freedom.
You fall inward into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
We can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere at once, just in the right place at the right time.
Thank you, opportunist.
You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended.
Sure.
Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same.
But we should let those things affect our lives and haunt us forever? I don't think so.
What is he going on about? What does he know about us? I think it's high time we all finally stop listening to him. He doesn't actually make the rules. He's just flying by the seat of his pants like the rest of us.
Facts.
You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
There is a place you need to be, you just need to find it.
You stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you. This place will fall apart before you find its end.
Then it'll fall
This
apart.
task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible.
See you, gas fighter.
That's right, I know a loser when I see one. Call his bluff.
Dude, the opportunist
I
is
can
awesome.
hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
It doesn't matter if the world is falling apart, it's time for us to commit to something.
I trust you. Find the way out.
You won't find anything. If I have to starve you, if I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
But you do find something. It's cold and smooth and gently buckles, then cracks under the pressure of your conscious flattening against it.
Don't move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this. Right now. I think it's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it, and free us all.
Shatter the cage.
No, stop!
Wow, we reached this before even
Job well done, team. Just
the
like
true
I
end?
planned.
That's crazy.
Is this what he kept from us?
Or maybe we're seeing
Is
only a
this
glimpse.
why he made us kill each other?
It's beautiful.
Yep, it's life.
He thought he could keep us blind forever, and he almost did.
And then it's gone. Oh,
Where
it gives
did
us a
it go?
glimpse.
Why is everything
Just a glimpse
so
of what the
cold?
true ending is. But you never get the chance to answer her. You turn to see her gone behind you.
She's
and then
gone.
memory returns.
And is that a
So this is, again, where everything
This doesn't feel right. If they think...
coalesces. Proceed to the cabin. Oh. This is a new
I
one.
am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass
This
of
is a new
tides
one.
ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold.
Yeah,
To
this
look at
voice
any
acting
one
is
is
incredible.
to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. I
Need to
will
go
be
back.
here when it is time for us to meet again.
Okay.
You're
Wow.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Oh wow, we barely saw any of this. The wild, okay. Wow, there's so many! Holy crap. Alright, gamers. I am getting real sleepy. Really sleepy. Do we want to... Well, first of all, is this a playthrough you want us to continue? I think Saturday morning I'm playing a multiplayer horror game with Orange in the morning, but do you want to get back to this game afterwards? Do you guys want to keep playing this? Okay. It seems like everyone unanimously wants to continue to play this game. Okay, so then Sunday night stream is going to be more Slay the Princess. We're gonna dig into this even more. And I'm, truth be told, I'm very excited to do so. I was hoping you guys would enjoy it. Now, one of the things is I'm very in tune with being able to figure out if the audience is bored with something I'm playing. And it really does not seem like you guys are getting bored of this game at all. But I wanted to ask just to make sure. Because we won't finish a game if people are getting bored and dropping off, because I want the stream to be as entertaining as possible. But okay. All right, Sunday night, we're going to continue Slay the Princess. But for now, do you guys want to raid somebody?